Okay, this is Dave Young, and I'm back with the third video of the second lesson of the RPG kit for Shiva series. In this one, we're actually going to modify our scene to make it work with the controller that we imported from the Shiva samples. So in the last video, we saw that the iPhone scene that comes with this controller actually has a couple of objects in here which have specific tags on them, avatar and body. So at minimum, I know that we're going to need the same sorts of things for our scene. This is an avatar object. He's the Boxman model. He's got an AI controller named Avatar, and he is probably already set up for us as a model. Actually, he's not, so that's good to know. We'll go ahead and save him out. So that he appears in the, yeah, that's good. So now he's going to have the AI model, AI avatar. This is a dynamics object. That's very interesting. It's a dummy object. I can tell because it's yellow. It's got the green sphere around it, which makes it a dynamics object. A dynamics object is a physics object. These properties look like default properties. You're gonna usually get a mass set and the size of the sphere. We're going to go ahead and save that out anyhow as part of the controller. Okay, so that's fine. So we can close this scene down. We don't need to save anything, and we're going to open our own up. We've got nothing in here yet. So what we'll go ahead and do is we're going to create let's create a plane that these guys can live on, and I'm just going to call it ground 1 just in case I want to change it after. I'm going to call it ground 01 in case I have 100 grounds. So we'll go ahead and make this. We'll give it a tessellation. Why we want to tessellate is to give the object more triangles, more polygons for the physics to bounce off of. We'll create the size of it at about 50 so he can have a decent size to run around on. We'll take a look at the axis. This says it's going to be in the ZX plane, so it's going to be horizontal. That just kind of looks like this. The plus y vector is this green line here. Minus y would be down towards hell, below the ground. So that seems like what we want to do. So let's go ahead and click on create, and we'll just go ahead and import it right into our scene by dragging and dropping. And here it is. It's pink because it has no material. So what we'll do is we'll give it a material real quick. We're going to use the dropper to select a material. It says it can't find one. We're going to just call the material ground 01, and we'll make it so that it can receive some dynamic lights as well as static lights. We want it to, we won't do any shadows with it. We'll make it ambient. We'll make it green just to make it look sort of like grass. Sorry about the color, I'll fix that later. Anyway, that's a material. We'll save it, and now we can use it. Just with this automatically, I can close this down and switch back to the attributes editor over here because that's handy to use. I'm just going to make this a collision plane, and what that will do is make it so that we can bounce off it. When you set as a collider, it turns into this salmon-y pink color, and we can get rid of that by changing the object filter to not view the collider attributes. Now you can also see the results of why I wanted to tessellate this so that it has multiple triangles. And when the physics system is going to figure out, hey, can I collide with this? If this was just two large triangles in this object, two large polygons, it would actually have some trouble figuring out where it is. It's a little bit too big, and sometimes the math, we want a very high performing physics system, sometimes the math just is too fast to detect that. So believe it or not, when it comes to triangles, the more triangles the better collision you may have, but the better, it'll slow down performance. So this is a good balance here. Okay, I'm running out of time in this video, so we'll switch to the next 5-minute segment where we will import the models. So in this one, we've created a ground to walk on.